Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Luke W, and we got a brand new student that I wanted to share with his kind of story, bring it to you guys today to just talk about how his experience was selling with Shopify and kind of the mentors he was dealing with there, as opposed to what I'm teaching here with Amazon FBA. So welcome to the channel. Is this your first time on a YouTube video, man, or what?
My first time on a YouTube video, for the first time ever, like someone has ever requested me to be on their channel for the first time. So I'm very surprised and I'm very excited and a little bit nervousness, but that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't interfere with the call.
Right. And hey, I mean, the reason I really wanted to get you on was just because you went through something that I've experienced with other people trying to help me with different marketing tactics for my own YouTube channel, different things like that. And you got held into this situation with people with Shopify that kind of led you down a misleading path. And I know this is kind of a video, kind of almost like a warning, or just letting people know, like, you got to know who you're getting involved with. So tell us a little bit about kind of your Shopify journey before we jump into what more you thought of the course and what path you're on now.
So like for your viewers who are going to be watching this, so I highly advise them not to like search up Shopify on YouTube, not to search up Shopify on Instagram or any other social media platform, because overall the main point is that like they just want to take your money. They want you to pay like a monthly fee. It's not really worth it, because I've been here and there, and I used to talk to these two young kids from, one is from Ontario, one is from Michigan, same age, around 18 to 19. I know what they were doing, but it's just that I didn't really see them as a verified person on Instagram with like the blue check mark. And when I paid the $300, I knew I was gonna get myself into something like how do I say, like I knew I was gonna like screw up, or screw up. And then we started to talk, go on FaceTime, text each other. When we hopped on the FaceTime call, we were just introducing each other, just talking like normal kids, not talking professional, because I was the oldest one in the group, and I already knew that, okay, they're not unprofessional, they're not like really well organized, they're not really like speaking fast, I'm not really understanding what they're saying, and they didn't have a course where they didn't have no modules through like module 1 through 10, or like just show step by step how to create a Shopify store from scratch. They were just telling me like, hey man, we're not gonna make you do everything. And that's when I like stopped and thought about it. I'm like, what do they mean by like, we're not gonna make you do everything? Because I already know what's gonna happen in a couple of days. I already knew that the attitude was changing within the first moment I started to talk to them on FaceTime call. And they were just saying like, yeah man, we're not gonna make you do everything, we're just gonna make you do like descriptions, just do your best to like type out like the best description you could ever think of. I'm like, there's no course. I never asked them that question because I don't want them to get triggered. And so when days went by and I was texting them while I was at work, because at that time I used to work at a dealership as a lot attendant. So I was texting them and said, hey, I'm at work, I won't be getting off until around this certain time. And then like they don't text back within like 10 to 20 hours. They text like within a couple days later. They say, hey, sorry man, we were busy. I'm like, I get it, you have like thousands and thousands of students, but it doesn't hurt to text back, like at least one sentence within that day, and not text back 2 days later. It's just really annoying.
Yeah.
And
I was going to say also, at the end of the day, it's like when you get into something, you just have to really verify what you're getting. I mean, if these
right,
guys are just like, hey, give us money and we're going to help you with this, like usually I made a mistake in the past. I paid someone $5,000 for something that didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to. And I ended up doing most of the work on my own. And in the end, it's like we need a contract. I don't have a contract for my course. It's literally like, because I mean, I'm so upfront with people. It's like, I mean, but I could get a contract that says, hey, like, you're going to make it through this course. But honestly, I can't guarantee everyone's success, because it comes down to them. And if they don't do anything, then it's not like I just spent all that time for no reason. But there are things in that case that maybe you got to talk to them about a contract. if they're going to help you with a certain thing, setting up a Shopify store, then that's a, you know, in scripted thing that, you know, it's set in stone. They have to do this. Like my guarantee is you're going to go through the course, you're going to figure everything out, and I'm going to help you find a product at the end of it. And is that kind of what you felt like? What's the comparison with Shopify? You know, you're doing all your own ads. You have to create your own website. You have to drive your own traffic. With Amazon, now you're discovering the traffic is already there. It's Amazon's platform, one of the biggest e-commerce places people are buying things ever. They're shipping it out for you. The listing's basically a plug and play type thing. All the traffic's there. So kind of what's the difference that you see with Amazon and Shopify?
From what you just told me, from Amazon, I already see everything laid out. Like the store's already completely made from Amazon's platform. Unlike comparing it to Shopify, where it's just a blank page. Because like there's sections of like setting up themes, color descriptions, product inventories. I'm like, what is this? Like really, what is this? Like I've never experienced this kind of. I've never experienced this thing kind of like. I never experienced that before, but from learning from Shopify and then hopping to your course, I would say your course is, I don't like how people use the word by far. I would say your course is the best course I've ever stepped foot into. And like, I've learned every single detail, and I took down notes, the most important notes that you told me. And when I came across your one video where you talking about advertising setups or like the advertising template, I'm like, wow, it's already right there. I was texting you right while I was watching the video. I'm like, dude, the video's laid out right there. Everything's right there. The template, everything's set up where I like, if you hop over to Shopify, you gotta create Facebook page, Facebook ad page, the ad, this Facebook page, ad manager, the campaign. It's not worth it, honestly, because I see why people are just like making less sales. Like I do research. I don't hit them up because the first thing I always look for is the student results and the testimonies, because that's the main thing I like to look for. I like to see who has the most results, which mentor has the bigger success. I see like this one guy, his name is the real Sam Jacobs. He's verified. He's been like showed on multiple news. I'm like, okay, that's cool. You're 18 years old, driving a Lamborghini in Santa Clara. Okay, I'm not really gonna like touch base with you because when I hit him up before I came across you, I asked him, hey man, do you have a mentorship program that you can help me and help me optimize my store? So yes, I do have something like that. And then days goes on. He's that type of dude, he will text you to force you to pay. And this guy named Max Tobias, Justin Wall, these guys will force the hell out of you guys.
Dude,
Like,
you told me how people would just be like, hey, are you doing it now? Are you doing it now? Are you doing it now?
exactly.
And that's the mindset that you have to think. If these people have a business that they're making plenty of money on with themselves without needing a course, then they wouldn't need to hammer people about courses all day. And really, that's why you have to see if they have a YouTube channel. Go look at their Instagram. Go look at their Facebook profile. Do they even look like they're doing cool stuff, or are they just renting cars and do? I know how to judge that stuff like in 5 seconds. I mean, it's not hard to tell. And at the end of the day, when you get into something like that, looking for the testimonies, all that stuff is really important. But it's just like, I mean, dude, people will flex out there and make quick money, and then I mean it's a lot of scams, and that's what's hard in my space about putting an informational product out there and actually trying to be a real person.
Exactly.
We get a bad name pretty quickly based on all the other fake things out there. But then again, with Shopify, you're dealing with much smaller profit margins because people will show you their screenshot and be like, hey, I've made 500,000 in sales this month. And yes, that's amazing, but the profit on that may only be like 15% or 10%. I mean, that's still a crap ton of money, of course, but all the work that goes into shipping out each one of those $500,000 in orders is a ton of work, and you need a team, you need virtual assistants, with Amazon, they're shipping everything out for you, and you're able to create your own bundle, which is going to then sell and stand out on against other competitors, and you're yielding 40-50% profit margins. I just showed you, we just did our coaching calls right before this one that we're doing on YouTube now. Just spent an hour with you recording that coaching call. I'll send that to you on Google Drive afterwards so you can rewatch it. But I showed you the profit on what I'm doing with my one of my kits. It's like I paid $10.39 with shipping for this kit, and it's making me $22 in profit with every sale. So that's a 200% ROI. I'm selling it at $40, getting it for $10. 50% profit margins there. So it's good stuff. I'm so happy that you got into this, and I hopped on a quick phone call with you even while you were at dinner, and I'm there just like, hey dude, this is what I'm going to give you. It comes down to you in the end to follow the steps and get the product. But if I'm giving you product ideas and telling you everything you need to do, there's not much more I can do besides literally be in your house on your computer with you or something.
Right. And then when you and I were talking while I was with my fiance at the restaurant while we're having dinner, when you were explaining to me everything, I'm like, oh, this guy lives in Washington. Cool. I trust him. You're like about, I'm not going to say how far you are, because I don't want your viewers to know how far we're away from each other, because I don't want to like stalk of like, oh, I'm going to go follow him. I'm going to go where at his house. I'm like, whoa, no. But I was like, holy crap, lives in the same state as me. I trust him. We're like not too far apart. And when you were explaining to me, I was like, yeah, I trust this guy. I mean, I've never said that before. It's just like, I get really sketched out. I'm really scared of losing money. But when I came across you, you are the only person who never said, hey man, can you pay it now? Can you pay it tomorrow? Can you pay it next week? Can you pay it right now? Can you go to your bank? And when I actually told you like, hey man, my bank is not letting me pay, it's because my spend limit is only $500 a month. My bank is so strict. I'm not sure if you heard of Heritage Bank.
I've heard of that, yeah.
It's one strict bank, $500 minimum a day. So that's why I told you like, hey, I can go next day tomorrow, take the money out, go to my other bank, because my other bank has no spending limit. So I was like able to pay. And then right when I paid, got into your course, the first thing I did, went straight to the videos. And then I even drove to my fiance's house just to sit down to watch videos. And she was asking like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm talking to Luke, the person I talked to over the phone during dinner. She's like, oh, that's him. And she was like, yeah. He's like, oh, can I see what it's like? She was like, oh, okay. And he was like, and then she was all like, well, I don't want to go further detail. I don't want to go personal, because I don't want to go personal details. But and then and then she was like, she told me like, just do your best, just because I even told her like after our coaching call, I just told her, hey, I was just talking to him. He's a really nice guy. I really appreciate that he's giving me all the feedback, all the information. Like, that's good. Keep it up what you're doing. I was believing you, just do what you're doing, and then we'll go from there. And then, yeah, she's really supportive. She's supported me on what I'm doing. She's not the type of person who's just like, I don't want you to do that. She's always secure about me. Like, I don't want you to spend money like how you wasted your money to those guys, like put all your time and effort towards Luke. She always tells me whenever I'm at his house or whatever, at her house, sorry. She says, hey, if you want to go upstairs, you can watch the videos. If you want to stay downstairs, I'm not going to disturb you. She's always leaving me alone. So I'm just focused. My mindset, my vision, everything just towards the video. So I'm learning. And so the reason why I screen record is because I have short-term memory and I always forget things. So it's hard for me to remember. So that's why I ask you a lot of questions. That's why I DM you all the time. Like, hey, what does this mean? What does this mean? Oh no, it's an error, blah, 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 et cetera, So that's why I would screen record. So that's why my phone is only full of all your videos. That's it. Literally all my other photos, all my other videos for my cars and my fiance are like backed up, and your videos are just like all right there. And so I'm just going back and forth. And when you text me like, hey, go do this product research, I go to the videos that I go to my camera, and then I look for the videos of where you're doing the advertising, how to contact the sellers from Alibaba. And I also recognized Alibaba right away because Shopify, they also use Alibaba and AliExpress. But
Hey,
yeah,
dude, with Shopify, it's like every time you make an order, you have a listing up, you don't have inventory. That's probably the best part about it compared to FBA. FBA, you have to research the product and then buy up front maybe $1,000 in inventory. It doesn't have to be that. It could be $500. It just depends on the price of the product you're selling at
right,
the end of the day. You know, if you're selling a $2 product, if you're buying a $2 product and you need 100 units of that for your test order, that's only $200, but that $2 product isn't going to sell for much more than maybe 10, which means your profit per unit's only going to be a few dollars. But if you're buying a $10 product you can sell for 40, then there's more dollar amounts in there for your profit. That's why I like higher ticket items. And with Shopify, every sale you're getting, you literally have to then contact your supplier and say, hey, I just made a sale from my listing that has no inventory on it, because that's the benefit. You don't have to buy inventory. You put up a listing of a product, and then when it sells, then you go buy that from your supplier for a lower price, and then you
right.
have to put in your customer's address and one by one ship it out to your customers. I don't even know why there's even a comparison between FBA and Shopify, bro. Like,
It's like it's just really crazy how people or these mentors who are the big name guys, like how I said, Justin Wall, Noah Brewer, Real Sam Jacobs. Um, I wouldn't say I don't like using the word scam. It's just like they're sounds really sketchy of how their prices are laid out. Like $1,500, like dude, I can do so much more than $1,500 a month. I can go buy like a crap ton of shoes. I'd rather spend money on shoes than rather paying someone $1,500 a month.
right.
And I'm trying to think smart. So like when I was going through Instagram, when I was watching people's Instagram stories, I was like, oh, this ad came through. I looked, I was like, oh, same state as me. Let me hit him up. I was like, hey man, what kind of mentorship program you got for me? And from there we went out, we were just texting back and forth. And I really appreciate how you responded back to me within like few hours. Like that shows that like a person like you is interested in talking to someone who's really interested in doing the same work as you're doing. So that's why I always do so much research. I always tell my friends, family members, and I even told them about you. They're like, "Yeah, go for it if you want to do something that you like." Because my brother, he's a certified music engineer, so he makes beats, he makes full set songs. So I want to do something like him, what he's doing, but in front of a computer. I don't mind putting the time and effort as long, I like to generate sales, make profit, and that's just my main goal. But obviously I won't become a millionaire like that. It takes time, it'll take years. It won't take me a few months. I know that realistic, it'll take me many, many years. I know I won't reach to like $700,000 a year. It's gonna take a while. It's just a lot of time and effort and hard work. Putting your mindset. Having a lot of motivations. Yeah, I'll have some ups and downs, but that's okay because as long as I see the right amount of profit, like you're telling me, I'm okay with that. As long as I'm making money, that's okay.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like, I'm not going to be one of the guys that tries to get so many students, and then when they try and ask me a question, I'm not there to answer it. So I need to actually find a way. And in my student Facebook group, I'm going to start doing live streams in there every week or something, because we are getting a lot more students now. So I want to be able to help everyone as the best I
Right.
can. And I need to get you guys successful. That's the key at the end of the day. Like, if people don't get success, then how can I come out and say that I'm doing this and come buy from me? Like, the more people I get successful, the more successful I'll become in the end of the
Right.
day. It's a win-win. That's what I love to think about through all this. But I'm not trying to just bash Shopify on all this, because honestly, after you build a brand on Amazon, with maybe insert cards, you can have a Shopify store, but you're
Right.
going to have to pay for all ads going to that store. That's why I recommend, if you build a brand on Amazon first, then people will know of your brand, and then you can have your own website where then you can maybe make more profit because you won't have to run as many ads. Maybe you have an insert card in your product packaging saying, hey, go check us out on our Instagram. And then from the Instagram, it takes you to your real website. Different
Right.
funnels that take you, and then once you have your customers on your real website, you can build even more of a community around your brand and then go sell it and be like, hey, I'm making this much money on Amazon. I'm making this much money on my brand website. I have Instagram, Facebook groups, and pages. All this brand asset now is worth hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars that you can sell online on like flippa.com. Just type
Right.
flippa.com and you can literally sell your Amazon business for hundreds of thousands of dollars if it's making, a certain amount of revenue or whatever.
Yeah. So and how do I say it? Where do I want to begin? Like how you said, you don't bash Shopify. I don't bash Shopify. Their platform is good. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it's amazing, but it's good. Um, Overall, from my opinion, I'm not really impressed because like you gotta put all the time and effort. It's stressful. You gotta think of a good color, good theme. You gotta match the picture with the store descriptions, yada yada yada, all that. About us. Like inventories. Like you gotta do customer service, and then from there, where you're seeing students or mentors who are like not the same age as you, maybe like realistic like 4 to 7 year difference age apart, and you see them being successful because they started like 7 years back. Like that's when Shopify started to kick back up. um I've always wanted to do Shopify, but I never heard of Amazon FBA. Never in my entire life heard about selling on Amazon. I never heard about Amazon FBA. I just kept seeing Shopify, Shopify, Shopify on every social media platform: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram stories. I'm like, damn, okay. And I always make scenarios in my head. I'm like, holy crap, when I'm 25 years old, I'm gonna own a Lamborghini. Like 27 years old, I'm gonna have like a mansion in LA. No, what the heck am I doing? No, 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 no.
Right.
That's a scenario. That's not really like putting motivation into you. You're just thinking that you're gonna be rich in that many years. But and then when I heard about Amazon FBA, I'm like, yeah, I'd rather trust Amazon because they have their own platform, stores already created, or how do I say it, the advertising section where you and I were just, or you were showing me on the call before this. I was like, wow, okay. Even the video that I saw on the modules, I think it was on
Six.
module six, where you were showing me how to create for the ad campaign. I'm like, that's it? Only a few words, that's it? Where compared to Shopify, where you have to go to Facebook, um,
Make the ads manager, all this other stuff. Then Facebook ads are super expensive. And then you're trying to drag up people's attention off of Facebook where they're not there to shop in the first place. They're there to connect with friends. You're trying to grab their attention, take them to a store, and then get some free plus shipping offer going where you're literally making like no money on the front end, and then hopefully they like you follow them up with emails and get them more into a funnel that gets them to buy higher price items over time. I mean, it's way more work at the end of the day, and I want the most streamlined, easy way I can make money. And what better reason to do it than Amazon handling all customer service, Amazon shipping out the products, Amazon being the biggest website that pays billions of dollars in being number one on Google search for their
hey,
SEO. Every time you type in a product, the first links up there are for Amazon. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer, man. The diploma's on the wall here, and I could have been doing college and stuff, but I mean, you're a smart guy. It sounds like a lot of other people in your family are smart people, engineers or whatever. Like at the end of the day, it's awesome because all these Amazon people come together and they all have awesome backgrounds. They all seem like professional type people, whereas sometimes the Shopify thing, I feel like it's more like the frat homies. And I kicked out of my friends' frats all the time at Wazoo and stuff at Washington State University, but there's a different type of person I feel like that's doing Shopify, like the 18-year-old that's just going to be like, yo, you buying my course today? Dude, get my course. Hey, like
exactly.
just
It was annoying. It was busting my head open. And I want to tell you one of the worst experience that I had with this guy named Max Tobias. Is it okay if I show you his Instagram on my phone? Just like put it right here.
You can, man. Like that's, I mean,
Like,
I'm not for talking like trash about people, but if something has come up where someone has ripped somebody off, I mean, you might as well, say, hey, just
right,
stay away or
right.
something.
His Instagram is right there. Can you see it? Is it
Yeah.
showing? So that's him right there. That's one of the worst experience I had with him when he texted me through his personal phone number. He said, "Hey man, next time don't ignore my text because like this is like damn well like wasting my time." I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah, I
I
know.
don't have money for it. And he was forcing me like, hey man, 1,500 bucks, one-time payment. And then I asked him, can I do a monthly payment because I can't afford $1,500 right out the door because my bank's gonna decline me right away because they're thinking that you're a fraud, you're a scam. That's the reason why I don't trust those type of guys. Yeah, they have 50,000, 200,000 verified followers or like the verified blue check. I'm like, it's not really worth it because I don't want to spend my money where they're just not gonna like help me. And yeah, they do like private Facebook group chats, video calls. I'm like, I want someone, you know, who's also learning at the same time. And I'm now starting. Like, I'm gonna be learning from you, and I want to become successful like you. So I want like my people, my families and friends, they're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I do Amazon FBA. Like, oh, so you like basically sell on Amazon? I'm like, yeah, here's my mentor. Go follow, hit him up. He'll guide you through like every single step of the way. He won't leave you in the dust. He's not like those other people. I'm not bashing though. I'm not bashing the guy Mass. I'm not bashing the guy Noah or Sam or Justin. Those guys are cool because they had good conversation with me. Yeah, they forced me here and there, but they didn't say like, hey man, or except for Max, I'm that dude. Um, Overall experience, it's the worst. It was the worst experience. I just thank God I did not spend 1,500 a month because if I keep doing 1,500 a month, it's not worth it because one of Noah's students or he's part of his affiliate marketing group or he's part of his agency group where he has to contact people like, hey man, like if you buy this course, I get 20% profit off of this as well. I'm like, 1,500 bucks? No, I'm good. I can't do that because it's not really worth it. Like, if you really dive deep into it, like they say, like, oh, buy this course right now or buy this option two where we run your entire store for you. We get access to your Shopify store, Facebook page, Facebook account, Facebook ad manager account, and you pay for it. You contact your ad buyer, and then he also said this to me that are you like patient enough if you don't make the first sale in the first month, if we don't find the first winning product. And I said, I'm not gonna spend 1,500 bucks again the next month or the month after that or 5 months later. That's like $7,000 gone within the next couple months. I'm like, no, I'm gonna just I have his number. It's just like I'm not gonna text that dude.
Yeah, it's like,
It's pointless.
I mean, the first red flag for me is when someone's literally on the phone saying, trying to help you out and trying to act as the nice guy. And this has happened to me before too, like trying to be nice. And then they literally say like, hey, I'm wasting my time if you're not going to pay me right now.
Exactly, and that's what Max was saying. He was
That's
saying, I'm not
a red
gonna waste my
flag.
time. So yeah,
At the end of the day, dude, I just wanted to give you a little platform to kind of vent the experiences. I know you just went through the course and you were saying a lot of good things about it. And it probably is something that blew you out of the water. Like, wow, this is really good compared to what you came from. Like a lot
exactly.
of people on the fence. We're just trying to warn you guys out there sitting on the sidelines looking to get into entrepreneurship in general. There's a lot of people out there, and people will pay money to just have the blue check mark on Instagram to show up as verified, and they'll
Right.
just pay money for that. And then they'll pay to have fake followers and fake likes and fake comments. Like, go read the comments. Do they look legit to you? Go look at the post. See if you can get on a quick call with the person. That's all I'm trying to tell you guys. Just verify the person you get into works with, because it doesn't matter. Even if they have hundreds of thousands of followers, that could be fake followers. Or if that's real followers, then you know that you can't even talk to them in the first place because their time is literally like $2,000 an hour to get on the phone call with them. So at my stage right now, I got a little less than 5,000 subscribers, and it's getting a little, more busy for me now. But at the end of the day, I'm still doing whatever I can to get on the phone with people now. And in the future, when I can't manage people myself, everyone, like, I'm going to have to find a way to do it somehow. Like, if it's a live stream in the student group, or I'm going to be updating the course now with a bunch of coaching calls and putting them in as bonus material. So you'll just have hours of me telling people exactly what to do after you already finish the course, which already tells you everything you need to do. Now you have the one-on-one coaching calls. I mean, there's not many questions people really have to ask, because it's really laid out there at the end of the day. And then still DMs, Instagram, I'm still getting back to people like all day. I wake up, I'm OCD. Every message I have, I make sure it's answered by the end of the night. I don't go to bed when I have multiple notifications on my different apps or whatever. Like, so it's something about the way I run the business, and it's still all me right now. I don't have fake people answering messages pretending that they're me, which you'll find a lot of times. Like, there's other hired people that are like, oh yeah, it's me, Luke. And really it's some random virtual assistant that's answering questions for people. No, it's still me out here. And I only just started running ads this month. 12 days ago is the first time I've ever started running ads, and it's getting more traction. So anyone that's on the fence, jump on a quick call with me. I have, the phone number down. Basically, if you hit me up on Instagram, which is linked right down below, I'll just chat with you guys. And I'm so happy that you came on the channel today to just kind of, usually I wait till they have student success stories and then we get them out here, but I've never done someone who's just finished the course, freshly got off a coaching call with me. And I mean, you said it, how your experience was from that. And I mean, thank you for that, man.
Yeah, no problem. Like I'm very honored to be on a YouTube video for the first time. And yeah, it's like the best experience I've ever gotten, rather be in a class where you're just like bros going, but yeah, like for your followers on Instagram and for your viewers, guys, don't go to Shopify. It is not worth it. Honestly, it's not worth it. I don't bash Shopify, but it's just like not the time to do it. Like, it's not worth it. Don't waste your money. Follow Luke, subscribe to him, watch all his videos. Like, take your time. He was texting me every single day. Take your time. Do not rush it. Watch it once, watch it twice, watch it a million times. So, if you get stuck on a product research, or, when your account is verified and you don't know what to do, go back to his video from step one, rewatch it again, so you make sure you understand, what you're really doing. And if you have any questions, hit him up. He always answers his phone. He's like with the best positive attitude, unlike the other people who I had the worst experience. I don't know why I said best, but the worst experience with them. They weren't really answering questions. They weren't really like following up with me. I was trying to find out the real truth. And then I left this one detail out with the real Sam Jacobs. I asked him, I actually said to him, like, dude, I'm gonna be straight up forward with you. Do you actually have like a mentorship program where you can help me? Like, yeah, it's $6,000. Like, $6,000, dude. No, I'm okay. Deleted his delete the DMs, put him on mute. I'm like, I'm done with this dude. And then came across your ad. I'm like, your ad is actually out there. Like, whenever I'm going through Instagram posts or on the search bar, I'm like, oh, it's Luke. Oh crap, it's him again. Okay. And then I'm always like, whenever I'm on whenever on my fiance's Instagram, I'm like, oh, look, it's him. Look, it's him again.
Dude, I don't know what my ad guys are doing, but they're literally having me show up like all over the place. People send me DMs, and my friends even in Florida are like, they're seeing my ad. And it's pretty cool. I want to make even better ones, but it's ultimately just to help people get out of this 9-to-5 thing. Like, I'm going to have to, like, I'm not going to force and say, hey, buy this course from me right now, but I'm literally saying, like, watch Amazon videos or watch how to make money online, because you got to do this. The 9-to-5 is not the way to roll. Like, We've seen people getting laid off by the tens of millions here with one little Corona thing. And it's like, next fall, what's the next pandemic then? Like, you have to be in charge of yourself at this point. And Amazon's the easiest way to get from point A to point B, where you're making money with a steady flow, with a prestigious platform. That's all I needed to know, that this is the way to roll. So is there anything else you want to leave everyone with on this last note here?
Yeah, so for me, I want to say, like, the 5 main things that how I wanted to start making money is that, like, the first thing I do is I go on YouTube, I research how to make money online. Number 2, I go to that person's Instagram. I see, okay, they have decent followers. And number 3, I go to their other platforms just to see, like, do they have any other testimonies, And then number 4 is to, like, see comments, see all the likes. But the main thing is to DM them to see actually if they well, to see if they will actually hit you back and give you the most realistic and straight up answer. That's the main thing that I look for. Those are the 5 main things. So for your viewers, followers, don't waste your time with someone who's just gonna force you to, like, buy my course, buy my $1,500 course where I will run your whole entire store for you, or my team, or the ad manager, or the ad buyer who's part of my team. He will handle everything for you, but it's not really worth it. It's all about, going through the videos, like you said, but my main thing is to find someone who will actually teach you, who will actually reply to you, not like be the dust, not like the worst experience I had. That was crazy. That was bizarre. So I'm glad that I found your ad. I'm glad that I hit you up. We live in the same state, so I obviously trust you. I don't say, like, oh, I trust you, like you're in the same state. No, I actually trust you because we're actually talking. You understand what I went through. I understand what you went through. We're talking back and forth, texting nonstop. And yeah, I'm having the best time. Even though my account is still getting verified, but once it gets verified, then I will start, to, like, put my mind to it. But at the moment right now, what Luke is telling me is to, like, do product research right now before your account gets verified, or even do product research before you even set up an Amazon seller account. That's the main thing, because once you set one up, you're like, what do I do? Exactly. Watch the videos first. Don't set anything up yet. Because when I texted Luke first, I said, hey man, it says individual account or professional account. Should I set it up right now? And you said, no, not yet. Finish the course first, watch everything first, rewatch it again. That's what I did. And I have all the videos screen recorded so I don't miss a single detail. Dude. That's the most important fact for me, because I never thought about screen recording, but I'm like, let me just do it and let me just tell him, so I hope he doesn't get mad, but I'm just doing it for my own sake. I'm not going to show the video to nobody else. It's only to me. I'm only going to, like, show it to myself. And no, guys, I'm not going to send the videos to you guys. Take your time. If you want to pay for his course, go ahead. But I highly suggest pay for his course, because he's the real deal. He will teach you. All his videos are, like, step by step, everything laid out from module 1 through 6. Everything's there. Like, he will teach you. Rewatch the video over and over and over. Highly suggest. Like, yeah, I mean, even though he may not live in the same state as you, but he's a well-trusted guy. He talks to you. He'll text back to you. He'll go on a Zoom call with you. It's worth it. Really worth it. Obviously, I trust you, Luke, more than those guys that I had the worst experience with. So yeah, I'm very glad to be on this YouTube channel.
Dude, hey, couldn't have said it better myself. Like, I don't like getting on camera and hyping up my course. I'm not even that type of a person to do that. The main reason I'm doing any of it is just to get people off the fence, to wake them up. Like you said, you didn't even know what Amazon FBA was. I need to wake people up to show what opportunities actually out there. And that's the only pushing I'm ever going to do. Like, I don't need people to even buy my course. I make plenty of money on my own.
Right.
So at the end, and the course isn't even that much money. All these other ones are $1,200, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $5,000 for an Amazon course. It's like, mine is 10 times less than that. I'm not pushing the most expensive thing, and yet I'm giving the most valuable help. No other guy is going to jump on back-to-back hour-long Zoom calls with you or whatever and answer every one of your questions. So it's just about who you pick, and I recommend you just go check me out on Instagram. And I want to have you back on the channel soon, man, when we do get your product in. And then I'll play a clip of this video and then introduce you on our second video. And we'll be like, hey, this is where he started. This is where he's at. And I'm trying to follow people through if they're going to keep up with themselves to the end of this.
Right.
So,
and I also say one thing is that, like, for Luke's course, he has, you say 2 options, right? For the
yeah.
$497 or the $997. Guys, even the price is big, but it's like the best investment. I already paid for the option 2, but I'm doing
2 months payment.
2 months.
I don't even have that as like an option for a payment plan, but I always make things work if people want to do it. So it's like, yeah, just pay me like a month from now the other half or whatever if you have to do that way. But at the end of the day, you can start the whole business. The course is like $500. You could do that in a payment plan or whatever too and split it in half. And then by the time you finish the course, you'll already be like a month in the future and you'll have enough money maybe from your next paycheck for $500 to start your first product. And then we just get your feet wet and test out how Amazon works with that easy product. It's going to boost your confidence. And then from there, you can scale that up and then also do another product or get into a higher ticket product that sells for $100. I showed you my $200 product that makes $100 profit per sale. I mean, 5 sales a day of that is not hard to come by, and that's $500. That's as much as my course. And that takes me no work. I don't have to sit and do hour coaching calls with the customers buying my products. Like,
Right.
I mean, so at the end of the day, Amazon makes me that bread and butter, easy, always on repeat kind of money where I don't have to do work. I spend all my time now making videos and trying to help people. And that's what gets me fulfilled, because one of my recent students, Brian Pate, did 14K in one day.
I saw that.
It's
I saw the video. I was like, whoa. I even saw the full YouTube video. I was like, okay.
Yeah, this is no joke, man. So, hey, we're going to have you back on the channel soon. I know this was kind of a long video for all you guys watching on the fence, but thank you so much for staying subscribed to the channel. Is there anywhere, do you want people to follow you or reach out to you, or do you want to save that for next video, or how do you want to do that?
So I don't really use Facebook, so don't hit me up on Facebook, but my Instagram is Rohan Shandil _. So ROHEN SHAND, D as in David, I as in Isaac, L as in Logan _. So if you guys want to hit me up, ask me any questions, and I will refer you guys to Luke. And I'll even have my followers, I'll even, how do I say it? Screenshot your Instagram, like at Luke. I'm like, go follow him. If you guys want to start making money, if you guys don't want to make money, but it's okay. I'm not forcing you. He's not forcing you. He just wants you guys to wake up, understand that, like, he's not forcing you guys to quit your 9-to-5 job, but it's, how do I say it?
You'll want to quit it yourself when you see the
Exactly.
income coming. And keep your 9-to-5. Keep making money. And then once the Amazon thing can replace that income, then you'll realize that spending 8 hours product researching and finding products and contacting suppliers is going to yield a much bigger return than the 8 hours that you're repeating every day at your job and not really getting any further and not scaling anything.
Right.
I mean, so hey, we're going to head out here. Drop a thumbs up. Thanks, everyone. And Rohan, for you being on the call, like, back to back. Thanks so much for hopping on this YouTube video. I need to go out and I need some sunshine, man. It looks like the sun's coming out, bro.
I need to get tanned up. All right. See you soon.
All right. Peace out, everybody.